Forward, Lady in Need is back a bit with Darbas. Century Heights is still out of line and standing back a bit. Kirribilli with Rembetika and Suicide Blonde. Now there's Waikika going up into line. Take Issue as the next along. Lady in Need approaching the gates. Only a little thing, Lady in Need, and there's that tremendous camera view of horses in the starting gates, and one that we haven't seen before on this program. And you can imagine how those jockeys feel with half a ton of vibrating thoroughbred underneath them, and in this case from the mile barrier about 600 metres of turf stretched before them before they come to the first turn, so they can overcome wide barriers from here. Now Kirribilli to come up with March Hare and Suicide Blonde. 3 to go in. I think the best winner of this race in recent years was Bozam, who was successful in 1987. And it was the following year that he cut a swath through the 3-year-old opposition. He won a derby and he beat the older horses in the Tancred Stakes, which is now known as the BMW. But I can still see him winning the Fernhill. What a great little horse he was, Bozam, now standing at the stud in Japan. Now March Hare is out of line, and Kirribilli is being positioned riderless. Kirribilli is being placed in. Jamie Innes about to remount. Club's colours on Kay Cornet, pink green armbands and a green cap. Rembetika, Sylvania Boy faces up well with Master Caddy, Century Heights. Now March Hare moving in to complete the line, and they look to be just about set for action in the Fernhill handicap. And the jockeys are reasonably quiet in the stall, so all horses must be facing squarely. That's a good sign. Ready? Off in the Fernhill, good start, a beautiful start in fact, and Waikika is first to break that line of horses. Nobody's desperate to lead, however. Kirribilli is being allowed more rein to stride across from the outside, and Lady in Need and Rembetika are going through with Kay Cornet. Here I Am as prominent, followed by Sylvania Boy, Suicide Blonde. March Hare out very deep from his wide gate and dies in 2 minds, although now he's electing to press forward. And as they race up to the first turn, Rembetika pulling is headed off by March Hare. March Hare take up the running to the first turn and draws out from Rembetika. Kirribilli settles third, followed by Lady in Need. Here I Am won't settle. He's reefing and pulling and throwing the head about. Darbas is trapped deep around that first corner. Further back, Kay Cornet, then Suicide Blonde, Waikika followed by Take Issue, and then Century Heights and Sylvania Boy after an early check is getting well back in the field. Back with him at that stage is Sibyllin, followed by Master Caddy, and Rose Reward is last of all. 700 out as they near the turn. Rembetika the leader now by about 3/4 over March Hare. Lady in Need third on the inside of Kirribilli, followed by Darbas. Master Caddy is going forward in a hurry with Suicide Blonde. Here I Am lost a little ground as they come to the turn, followed by Waikika and then Take Issue and Century Heights, and Sibyllin giving them a very big start. Coming over the rise, March Hare put the head in front of Rembetika. Darbas is running on pretty well, followed by Kirribilli and then Lady in Need. March Hare just the leader from Rembetika. Darbas on the outside is looking the danger. March Hare is in front of Rembetika on the inside. Darbas is trying to pick up the leader, but March Hare, a loud rain, has dashed clear close to home and is too good for them, March Hare, and draws away to win easily over Darbas. Rembetika has run third, followed by Waikika and then Sibyllin doing her best work in the last bit, followed by Kirribilli, Take Issue, then Master Caddy, Rose Reward, Lady in Need. At the head of the others then came Kay Cornet, followed by Century Heights, Sylvania Boy, well back Suicide Blonde, and Here I Am is knocked up to run last. Stand by for numbers on the Fernhill, but it's March Hare, R.S. Die, and will pay $2.90 and $1.60. Had to lead early to overcome a wide barrier, but luckily Rembetika then kicked up to make the pace, and March Hare was able to settle on the outside of Rembetika, kicked away 100 out and has won easily. March Hare, number 6, pays $2.90 and $1.60. Sectional time, the first 800 metres in 48.9 seconds. 48.9 the first 800. 2 will get second. Number 2, Darbas, written by Greg Hall, pays $2. And 12 looks to have hung on for third. Rembetika, Michael Clark, a place dividend of $6.90. 6, 2 and 12 on the Fernhill handicap. How did that get beaten at Warwick Farm the other day, Ken?
Well, I think the dry track helped it a lot today, John, and you've got to remember, I don't want to reiterate, but as I said in the first straight, the first three around the corner and 1, 2, 3 again with this cutaway rail. The others just didn't get into the race. And look at March Hare stride away there. Soon as Di gave him rein, he left Darbas standing and went on to win easily. Rembetica held on pretty good for third and just gained third money. But no doubt about the winner. The winner was March Hare, and I think you'll find that March Hare will win a lot better races than this, although the Fernhill Handicap has always been a great guide for good races here at Randwick. Kenny, with the trainer of the horse, John Morris, is just coming down here now, and I'm sure John will agree that March Hare will win better races than this. John, can I just grab you for a moment? John Morris, the trainer of March Hare. John, I think you'll agree that we'll see a lot more of him in the winner's circle, that horse.
Yeah, I think he's always been a promising horse, and early on I thought it was like a golden slipper type, but it was big striding horse, and it tended to want more time to settle and took longer to learn what to do than I first thought.
It's a long way ahead, but it might be Derby time next year.
I'm relieved to see it win today, but I might run it in Champagne, and I'd say this spring it'll look pretty good in the Championship Stakes.
Good on you, John. Good luck.
Yeah, I think it's got the makings of a very good horse.
Thank you. John Morris talking about his winner, March Hare, and Kenny Sutcliffe. That's one you can keep following.
Good idea, Ken. Our boys are running hot. They've picked winners in the first two here at Randwick. Keep a tight grip on the reins. There's plenty of action in store on the show. Take a look at this. Ahead on Wide World of Sports, Naturalism, Scalacci, Slight Chance and the superstars of autumn step out on Doncaster and Derby Day as we bring you the thoroughbreds from Randwick. We'll give you a chance to win a cool $5,000 in cash in our Memorable Moments giveaway. There's dogs of all shapes, sizes and breeds running, jumping and performing in the Pound Top Dog competition. We'll put the skates under your afternoon with the wildest small wheel action. Surfing's world champion Kelly Slater straps on his leg rope to shred a few waves. We salute the style and strength of pro wrestling's big man, Andre the Giant, and get blown away with more sailboard action from Wonder Beach. Tomorrow morning, we take you live to Augusta, Georgia with round 3 of the 1993 US Masters. Join Max Walker on tomorrow's edition of Wide World of Sports for highlights from the US Masters, a monster review of autumn thoroughbred action, and the opening to a brand new US baseball season. We'll blast into the New Zealand Jet Boat Championships and earn laughs the hard way with those heroic rodeo clowns. Then get ready for a fabulous feast of football in our premiere of the Footy Show. All of your favourite characters get to sound off. There's Controversy Corner, a heap of competitions and a chance for you to win $1,000 in cash. On Sports Sunday tomorrow afternoon, we explore the new sports frontier of North Queensland, meet the Russian gym coaches working wonders down under, and profile Carlton Football Club President John Elliott. We'll report on the Rugby League sightings controversy, compete with a clan of triathletes, and revisit the amazing golfing career of Kel Nagle. Our big Sunday night Rugby League replay takes us to Campbelltown, where the Western Suburbs Magpies meet the Illawarra Steelers. Later, we'll touch down at Donington in England for our coverage of the European Formula One Grand Prix. And Monday morning, we return to Augusta for the 4th and final round of the US Masters Championship. Then next week, we paddle into the break with the superstars of surfing in the Coca-Cola Classic from North Narrabeen, final leg of the Australian Grand Slam. Bringing you the greatest images of all, this is the one and only Wide World of Sports.
Oh. Between the saddle and the ground, mercy's sword is mercy found. Between the saddle and the ground.
Welcome back live to Randwick on this fabulous Doncaster Derby Day, and one of the great champions will be appearing here this afternoon, Soho Square. Can he do it and do it again? Great horse. All right, the dividends on the last race here at race 2. The Fernhill Handicap, March Hare paid $2.90 and $1.60. Darbas $2 and Rembetica $6.90.
Yes, here at Randwick we're celebrating the special appeal of one species, a four-legged friend. On another branch of the evolutionary tree sits the canine species. George Smilovich made the recent pilgrimage to Darling Harbour for the PAL Top Dog competition. There he met some truly amazing creatures, and they were just the owners. Let's go walkies with George and some of his mates in quest for the PAL Top Dog.
The PAL Top Dog Carnival is an extraordinary event. Contests are all about style. Judges look for beauty, charm, grace, poise and personality. But the bottom line is something quite indefinable: style. Style is what distinguishes the leaders from the pack. Join me now as we discover the wonderful world of doggy style.
Waiting for you. I'm not afraid of a little work.
This carnival is weird in that it is not just a dog show. It's a people show too. It's about that special bond between humans and canine.
He loves his mother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And who's his mother?
Me.
You actually gave birth to this dog?
No, I did not. It's more like
A rat?
rat, yes.
See, I've got away with animals.
I bought it stuffed.
You bought it stuffed?
Yep, I bought it from a guy down the road who breeds Rottweilers.
I suppose it's very cost efficient, isn't it?
Oh, yes, yes.
Like
It's,
this?
no worries about food. It's
No.
just, I don't know, he just sits there and doesn't eat, no mess, nothing, right? So it's good.
I'll come back to you. I've got to think about you a little bit.
Sure.
You're a very, very sick man. This is a Jewish mother's delight. What kind of a dog is this?
It's a pug.
It's a pug.
Yep.
Has it been standing behind a lot of doors, you know, opening and shutting doors?
Running into buses.
Now, this is your mother,
Yes.
but she calls the dog her baby.
That's right.
And what happens?
She's treated as a baby.
And she is the baby.
Yes, so this is one baby, this is the other baby.
And the other baby's over there.
Excuse me, mate, but this is not a baby contest, it's a dog contest.
Yeah, but I reckon he'd win in just about any category. What do you reckon?
Mate, that shows a lot of love. You should get yourself a pet.
You think so? Right, we've got a pet substitute. We've got two of them, in fact.
Hannibal Lecter. Oh. Okay. This is the winner of the ugly dog contest. They say that beauty is skin deep, but as you can see, ugliness is right to the bone. Sometimes I think that dogs are a reincarnation of humans. Maybe that's why there is such a strong connection. As the day wears on, I begin to feel very confused. It becomes more apparent to me that this is not a dog show as much as it is a kind of human circus, a crazy, mixed-up representation of life on Earth. What would intelligent life forms from other planets think of if they were scrutinizing us now? What would they think about our priorities, about our way of life? Would they think we were cute? Would they drop by and borrow a cup of sugar, or would they keep away? More importantly, what do the dogs themselves think about us? I don't think they can take humans seriously. I think they are just humouring us, you know, just playing the game. Yeah, whatever makes you happy, whatever kills the time. If you find this relaxing, if it takes the pressure off your daily existence, I'm your loving dog, and I'm here to help. Maybe the judges can shed some light on the situation.
She's a very good judge. She's been judging for about, how many years? About 29 years you've been judging, is that right? No, 4 years.
So it's the thought that counts. Okay, let's watch the PAL Super Dogs take control. They know what they're doing. They know where it's at. Oh, no. Some dogs will do anything to hog the camera and get on TV. Would you like to see that again? In slow motion? Satisfied now? Okay, so there's too much violence on TV. Let's talk to the winners.
It was very good. Both was very big.
Aren't you going to say something magnanimous like, there's a lot of better dogs?
Well, I mean, I have to be loyal to my dog like my dog's loyal to me.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. The wonderful thing about dogs is the effect they have on people. They bring out the best in us. Our humanity, our sense of humour, our loyalty.
Yeah,
Loyalty. Great, loyalty.
they know where their next meal is too, don't they? So much for loyalty, I suppose, Ken. It looks like that line about man's best friend, it's a bit of a worry. They're good fun. I've been to a couple of those shows. They're fantastic.
I don't like the idea when they draw the analogy that a dog always looks like its owner. A lot of owners are in a lot of trouble.
The 3 ugly ones last year were all called Max.
OK, talking about loyalty. Punters loyal to ace tipster Ken Callender could be right on the money today. Here he is with the early market on race 3, the Carbine Club Stakes.
And Ken, it seems that Victorians have all come over the border to back this boom horse, this young horse, Golden Sword, a 5 lengths winner at Flemington 3 weeks ago. Up he comes today to run here in the Carbine Club Stakes at Randwick. And what do you know? He's at odds on. But let's go right through the market. Number 1, Play or Pay, Kevin Moses, is at 20 to 1. Mashore, one of the better back to beat the favourite, is at 6.5 to 1, $7.50 for $1, odds of 13 to 2. West End is at 25 to 1, Favourite Actress at 10 to 1, He's Classic 11, Hall of Fame 33, Prince of Ipoh the same price, L.A. Yannick was scratched here, he's running in the Derby, Defensive Play at 80 to 1, Diamond Storm at 40 to 1, Juice seems pretty good odds at 20 to 1, Chris Muntz replaces Mick Dittman on Juice, another of the replacement riders for Mick. Golden Sword, as I speak, he's come in from 5 to 4 on, which is $1.80 to $1.70, which is closer to 11 to 8 on. Brother, that is short odds. Hours after at 30 to 1, Potential Star, I don't know if he is that, he's at 33 to 1. What a Blaze, be near the lead early at 66 to 1. Miss Lazarus is a scratching, and Crinoline is at 100 to 1, or was. It's now out to 200 to 1, and that's probably its right price. All the rage, Golden Sword at 11 to 8 on. Boys, you need Maxi Walker type money to back these ones.
Well, that's if you can get it off him, Kenny Callender, but I've got to ask you, you've been really uptight about that rail today, haven't you?
Ken, yeah, it's just a matter of opinion. I think Randwick was the best racetrack in the world, not just Australia, and I don't see why they had to... You know, I just think putting a rail in where they've got to make it wider only brings the bad jockeys up to the good jockeys. That doesn't work, you know. Jockeys that are suited to jockeys that usually get back in the field. It's a disadvantage of those up front. You can see it there, how it cuts back and makes the track wider. They say it gives a run to the horses on the inside. I think it disadvantages the horses drawn out deep. But John Streck's the boss. He instituted it, and I can't argue with him.
You're right. He's in the position of power. Don't go away. There's a fabulous afternoon of racing in store here at Randwick.
My husband is the last of the backseat drivers. You should hear him go on about tyres. There's no safer family car tyre than Bridgestone Supercats, he says. Huh. What does he know?
Bridgestone Supercats. That's confidence.
For 5 years running at the Monde Awards in Europe, against competition from the leading international chocolate makers, Red Tulip of Australia has quietly won the gold medal for the world's best after-dinner mint. So if you'd rather give your guests a little gold after dinner, give them Red Tulip, the world's best after-dinner mint.
Save 10% around the clock on calls to New Zealand this Easter. How? Dial 1 first and Optus will save it for you.
Barry, I might just duck into the Shell shop and grab a couple of things.
Okay.
Oh, get us a chocolate bar while you're in there.
Chocolate bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, make it a couple. I'm starving.
Couple. All right.
Oh, and a paper. And a paper.
Paper too?
Oh, and a drink. Something nice and cold.
Anything else, Barry? Maybe a sock?
Sock? What do I want a sock for?
Tuesday, don't miss Channel 9's Giant Night of Comedy. At 7:30, the funniest home video show hosted by JoBeth Taylor. 8 o'clock, Ray Martin's special guest appearance in All Together Now.
Were you with Bobby Rivers when he died?
Many, many times in many venues.
8:30, TV's newest hit sensation, Billy.
Who's life on death row? It's just a local jail. I'm talking about when your mother comes home.
9 o'clock, Married with Children.
Gee, what was that for, honey?
I want that damn bacon. The hottest comedies Tuesday on Channel 9.
Well, thanks to the open-mindedness of Chairman of Stewards John Streck, we've been able to put a camera inside the steward's room at Randwick today. So this is historic pictures you're watching at the moment from Randwick on Derby Day. The lights were down, of course, whilst a section of the previous race was shown on the steward's screen, and obviously they have one or two jockeys in there, and this would probably be a routine inquiry. Maybe there was some minor interference in the early or middle stages, and the stewards, of course, watch each race immediately after its run. Inquiries are at least commenced after the running of each race and quite often adjourned, and jockeys have to keep coming back throughout the course of the afternoon. Those that are in a spot of bother, of course, count the moments, because generally the verdict is delivered by stewards after the running of the final event, and some of those jockeys, Ken Sutcliffe, are given an impromptu holiday.
Yes, a holiday that they're not necessarily after. I tell you what, I like some of the things that are happening here at Randwick today, particularly pertaining to television coverage. You know, one certain winner this afternoon is the lucky viewer who picks up the cash in our Memorable Moments giveaway.
Thanks, Sterlo. I'm having a good time out here, Max. I'm over here trying to get the word straight from the horse's mouth. You can see out my left shoulder, Magnificent Beast, Snipper's Girl. Won the first race. I wonder if it's an omen, stabled next to Scalacci. Both Melbourne visitors, and the tip in the third race out here, which is the Carbine Club Stakes over 1,600 metres, is another Melbourne visitor, Golden Sword. It's only had 8 starts. It's won 4 of those races and won its last 3. The wraps on it are very strong, and I think it's probably the biggest tip at Randwick here today. And I guess Kenny Callender, that's reflected in the tote odds.
It sure is, Pete. He's at, about 5 to 4 on now, $1.80 for $1. Just eased a fraction. I see him walking around here in front of me. He looks an absolute treat. If looks count, he'll get the prize. Here are the tape prices. Play or Pay at 16, Monsieur 6, West End 30, Favourite Actress 10, He's Classic 11, Hall of Fame Forti, Prince of Ipoh 30, LA Yannick is running in the Derby, scratched here, Defensive Play 80, Diamond Storm 50, Juice 16. As I said, Golden Sword has just eased back that fraction, $1.80 for $1 investment, odds of 5 to 4 on, 33 both hours after in Potential Star, 80 What a Blaze, Miss Lazarus is scratched, and 200 to 1 Crinoline. And remember, coming up live on the Wide World of Sports shortly is Race 3, a short break and then more action.
Caught up with one of the country's best-known punters, former Prime Minister Bob Hawke.
A man with a great reputation as a tipster here on Channel 9 is the former Prime Minister, Mr Bob Hawke. Bob, you've got a tip for us in the Derby?
In the Derby, oh, no, I'll tip you the winner the next here.
Well, that'll do us.
Yeah, Golden Sword, it's odds on him. It's a great horse. It's a certainty, I think, Golden Sword.
Golden
now, the
Sword.
Derby one, eh? The Derby. Oh.
I want anything I can get.
The Derby? Well, I suppose the Derby... where are we?
You got Captive Edition, Slight Chance, or
yeah,
Innocent King?
It's only 3 chances. Captive Edition, Innocent King, and Slight Chance. You got them. You take a choice. Just box them up and you'll win.
So back Golden Sword in this race.
Golden Sword in this, and then box them up those 3 in the Derby.
That sounds pretty easy.
Okay.
Thanks,
Good
Bob.
on you. Righto, mate.
There you are, Maxie. A man who doesn't lack any confidence when it comes to tipping, the former PM.
And he's had a few winners along the way as well.
He has, and he looks as if he's going to get a few more this afternoon. I tell you what, Kenny Keller and Ken Sterling are running hot, right? Peter Sterling, rather, running hot right now. And with his totes on race 3, the Carbine Club Stakes, here is Kenny Callender.
Yeah, not many changes here. Ken just trying to run through them quickly to keep punters informed. Play or Pay's almost out to 20 to 1, getting out again. Monsieur, come in now. He's easily the best back to beat the favourite, and he's firmed into about 9 to 2. Plenty of money's just gone on him. There's $408,000 invested on the win tote, and there seems as though there's just been a surge for Monsieur. He's into $5.60 or 9 to 2. West End is at 30 to 1. Favourite Actress, a little bit of money. Shane Dies out at 9 to 1. He's Classic 11. Hall of Fame is at 40 to 1. Prince of Ipoh, just a sprinkling of money into 25 to 1. LA Yannick, as I said, it was a scratching. Defensive play into 66 to 1. 50 to 1 Diamond Storm. 16 to 1 Deuce. Now Golden Sword has kept easing just that fraction on the tote. $1.90 now for $1. Odds of 10 to 9 on. 33 to 1 Hours After. 33 to 1 Potential Star. What a Blaze firmed a little into 60 to 1. Miss Lazarus is a scratching, and Crinoline, the roughie of the field, at 200 to 1, probably should be 2,000 to 1. About 6 or 7 minutes to post time. We'll certainly be back with the race live. In the meantime, a break and then more on the wide world of sports.
My husband is the
Welcome back to the Big Easter Carnival. They'll be jumping very shortly in race number 3 here at Randwick, the Carbine Club Stakes. Here's Ken Callender.
Yeah, thanks very much, Max. Not too many changes on the tote. Monsieur keeps firming. He's into 5.30 now. We'll go down them. Play or Pay, just in excess of $19, almost 20 to 1. Monsieur, 5.30, between 9 to 2 and 4 to 1. West End number 3 is at 33 to 1 now. Favourite Actress back out to 10 to 1. He's Classic is at 11 to 1. 40 to 1 Hall of Fame. 25 Prince of Ipoh. Down to Defensive Play at 66 to 1. Diamond Storm is a 50 to 1 chance. 16 Deuce. The favourite still showing $1.90 for $1 Golden Sword. 33 the next 2 hours after, and Potential Star. 60 What a Blaze. Miss Lazarus is scratched. And the roughie, Crinoline, is at 200 to 1, and that's her right price. And the man who's going to call you the action, as he does all day, and he won't make any blues, I just hope he calls the right horses home first. It's Johnny Tapp.
Ken, don't you put the mock on me, son. Don't put the mock on me on these big days. I'll try not to make any blues. The Carbine Club Stakes, named after that legendary racehorse from the 19th century and the early part of the 20th. What a horse he was. To this day, he holds the Melbourne Cup weight-carrying record, Carbine, 10 stone 5. No horse has bettered that. Play or Pay goes up ahead of Golden Sword, very attractive Victorian horse. My geez, a good sort, Golden Sword, a colt, chestnut, and beautifully made. He's as round as an apple. Now, Crinoline, one of only 2 fillies in the field, moving up. Favourite Actress is the other. Hours After being led forward. We wait for Hall of Fame and Deuce, and they'll be all set for the Carbine Club with a very handsome trophy, a $1,000 statuette of the mighty Carbine going to the winning owner. And I know any horse lover would probably savour the trophy as much as the prize money. I sure would like a Carbine statuette on my little trophy shelf. Hall of Fame goes up, and we wait for Deuce, and they'll be all set and ready for dispatch in the Carbine Club Stakes.
You're not staying there.
Starter moving over.
No way. Back here. No.
All there with the exception of Deuce.
Right.
This would have been a Mick Dittman mount, Deuce. Chris Muntz, a Queenslander who's down here to ride Big Dreams in the Doncaster, has picked up a late ride on Deuce. Now Deuce goes up. Starters onto his stand, and they're all set and ready for the Carbine Club Stakes. They face squarely. Off and running, another good start. He's Classic from the inside gate, bounded out in front of Monsieur. West End and What a Blaze began well. Play or Pay, hard ridden from a wide gate, is racing hard towards the lead, followed by Golden Sword. Favourite Actress, Prince of Ipoh, Defensive Play. Diamond Storm is easing back to be midfield when they get going, and then Hours After, followed by Crinoline, Potential Star. Hall of Fame is a long way back, and Deuce has dropped out last in the run to the first corner. Play or Pay working very hard from a wide alley, eventually got to the lead from What a Blaze on the first turn, and the pace is solid. West End is running third, followed closely by He's Classic on the inside of Monsieur. Prince of Ipoh 3 deep. Favourite Actress between horses. On the fence then is He's Classic going over the crossing, followed by Prince of Ipoh, Defensive Play. Hours After, Crinoline. A gap to Hall of Fame, Diamond Storm, followed by Deuce, and last is Potential Star. 700 out as they near the turn. Play or Pay by a length to What a Blaze. He's Classic third. West End is fourth on the outside, a length away. Favourite Actress, followed by Monsieur. Golden Sword's about about 6 off the lead as they come to the turn, followed by Defensive Play, Prince of Ipoh, and then Crinoline and Hours After as they swing the corner into the straight. Play or Pay the leader. He's Classic waiting for the cutaway, and then What a Blaze and West End, followed by Favourite Actress, and Golden Sword is now pulled to the extreme outside and is Pop the Question, and he's coming after them quickly. On top of the rise, Play or Pay the leader. Golden Sword under the whip now is coming after him, and they've come away from the others. It's a race in two. Play or Pay just in front. Golden Sword can't quite pick him up. Play or Pay just the leader. Golden Sword inch by inch just pegging him back. The favourites coming home the better, and Golden Sword got up to beat Play or Pay. They streeted the others. Third's close, West End or the fast finishing Deuce, followed by Potential Star, then He's Classic, who didn't come on, from Favourite Actress, Hours After, Diamond Storm, Hall of Fame, Monsieur, well back Prince of Ipoh, Crinoline, and the last couple of What a Blaze and Defensive Play. The winner is Golden Sword. Took him a long time to win, but in the last 30 or 40 metres he was far too strong and was drawing away to score well. But in defeat, Play or Pay was responsible for an outstanding effort. He had to work very hard from a wide gate. Took him a long time to get to the front. He had